Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim who tune into these videos. So I just wanted to read a little bit over this article that was posted on Nature Medicine. It was published, today, 29th of November, 2021, the year of hastening. So you can see pretty much, this devil is hastening with his agenda, and I'm speaking about that MOTB, because this thing is really speaking about like an external device that tracks these certain things. Now I'm just going to read a little bit because it's it's a lot to read, and I'll post this link on the video's description box. But so the title reads "Real-Time Alerting System for the CVID and Other Stress Events Using Wearable Data." Now, so the abstract is early detection of infectious diseases is crucial for reducing transmission and facilitating early intervention. In this study, we built a real-time smartwatch-based alerting system that detects aberrant physiological and activity signals, the heart rates and steps associated with the onset of early infection, and implemented this system in a prospective study in a cohort of 3,000 patients, of whom 84 were infected. So they're pretty much doing a diligent search, and tying all these things together, because, we say here at Great Millstone that the MOTB is going to be the end-all be-all, to buying and selling in these last days. So what they're doing is pretty much they're tying all these things onto the beast system, and they're going to have you, for first they're going to have you wear a watch, they're going to have pretty much more and more things that lean toward, this device that's going to be easily I'm not going to say, but I'm going to be a little, wise with my words. But it's pretty much, the RFID, it's pretty much they're going to lean you towards that RFID. So the main part of this article, it just speaks about how, they want to pretty much track this thing with contact tracing, and they were doing a study with 3,000 people, with an external device, and if this is an external device, how much more efficient would it be, if it's actually internal? So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to read all of this, but it says right here, the wearable devices such as smartwatches have the potential to monitor individuals continuously in real time and thus provide early detection of respiratory illness and other infections. These devices can collect different types of physiological data, such as heart rate, step count, sleep and temperature, and recent studies have shown that wearables can be used to identify early signs of infectious disease, such as Lyme disease or respiratory viral infections, including, the thing that's on the news. All right, let me see. So, it's a lot to read, and I recommend brothers read it on their own. But they're pretty much right here, the results, the study overview says that they constructed a highly secure, real-time alerting system for detecting abnormal periods of stress, such as viral infections, using a wearable device. And I'm going to go ahead and just scroll. This is a picture of it. So this is this wearable device, that connects with your phone, and it pretty much gets all these things, the biometrics and the algorithms, heart rates, steps, and then it also I didn't read it all, but it gives you surveys, so it pretty much tracks you, and pretty much implements that notion that you got to be careful out there, because like if you're not watching the news, this app is going to remind you of why you have this app. So they were doing this test. It says here, participants with a Fitbit and or Apple Watch were asked to share their wearable and survey data using the study mobile app, My PhD. So this is pretty much it. Like I said, I recommend brothers read this on their own. But pretty much, here in this ministry, we're not in darkness. We know exactly what this devil is trying to implement, which is that MOTB, by any means necessary. And you can see that he's utilizing this thing that's on the news, to push forward his agenda. And it's funny that it said the Fitbit, because not too long ago, have this article here from Forbes. Elon Musk wants to put a Fitbit in your skull to summon your Tesla, because he was joking around that pretty much this thing that he did with the pigs,
He put a chip in their head, with a bunch of wires and probed their neural pathways. He's pretty much saying that as of right now, it's just a Fitbit, a thing that's like a wearable watch, But so it's not a big jump to assume that this device here cannot be implanted, because it very well can. You see that Esau pretty much is doing a diligent search to make that happen, to make that a reality. And then also, this is an old article that came out in April, a few months ago, April 12th, 2021. And it says that the Pentagon develops I won't even read it, because even though this is the New York Post, I'm going to be the one getting in trouble, for saying what the article says. I'm just going to exit out of it because it might post some ads or whatever. But you pretty much get the picture. And also, brothers already know we're on our watch. We've already known what this devil has been planning. He's just, slowly but surely coming out with this information. And like I said, this real-time alerting system for the patients and the stress events using wearable data. This was happening ongoing as last year. But now they came out and published it with all their findings. You can see the people who were behind the study, whatever. So I'm just going to read these precepts, and I'm going to finish the video. This is 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." So we in this ministry are eating this whole world, this roll. It's sweet in our mouth but bitter in our stomachs. Yet, we're not shedding any of this, and we're not disregarding certain things because it makes our feelings hurt or whatever. We're taking the whole role, and with that role, it goes into prophecy, because that's the main thing that you want to get out of this role is because the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So what are we supposed to be doing as watchmen, as shepherds, as fishermen in this ministry of Yahushua, is we're supposed to watch and pray, and that we don't enter into temptation, because we could see the adversary, the devil, he's like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour, and the only way you can be protected from that is by the covering cast of the Most High. You pretty much have to seek your own salvation, and from there, you continue to walk that straight and narrow. But we're commanded to stay on our watch. We're commanded to speak about the prophecy, about the things to come. And I already took down that article, but where they had that the Pentagon was making this thing, and Elon Musk is making this thing, and then you got these people, I'm sure all these people, let me show our authors, so these are all these people, who are pretty much working, diligently and pretty much, making sure that this thing, goes, it passes through, the system, and what they imagine is a vain thing, is because they want to implement that to everybody on earth, but what they don't realize is that the Heavenly Father is going to put a stop to their plan, because 144,000 elected the nation of Israel, they're not going to take this device, or the ideologies that they're spewing, because like I only skimmed a few of these things, and it started making me think of precepts, so we're not bowing down to his witchcrafts, they're not working on us, but we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not in darkness. We are aware of the prophecies, and as like it says in Isaiah 33 verse 6, wisdom and knowledge is going to be stability of our time. We have that wisdom and knowledge of what's to come and how to prepare ourselves for that last day, the hour of temptation. So I just got a few precepts. I wanted to read this in 2 Thessalonians, but the point is at verse 9. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means." Because you got people coming out of the woodwork trying to debunk what we're trying to say. Like they're pretty much saying that we're not coming in the spirit of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy, and that everything that we say, it doesn't hold, it doesn't hold ground. Like it's uncertain, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Pashem Yahushua, he set up the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, to warn the elect, so that we know of what's to come, So because it says, my sheep hear my voice, and we're speaking for Yahweh Shai. So if you hear this message, and it resonates with you, then you're pretty much a sheep, getting back into the fold, pretty much continuing or reverting back to the straight and narrow, because we're coming into these hard times, and that wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability in those times. But it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that devil has been revealed. We could see his diligent search of everything that he's doing. You just put the pieces together. And the 144,000 elect, they're gonna put the pieces together, but the rest of the earth, just like as in the days of Noah, they're fitted for destruction. They're not going to put the pieces together because this wasn't given to them. All right, so continuing back in 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he is as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Because that's what he wants to do with this MOTBs. He wants to pretty much play God. As you can see when I was skimming through this, he's doing this diligent search so he could pretty much keep track of you. Only the Heavenly Father is capable of keeping track of you. But this devil, that's what he imagines, that vain thing. He thinks that he's going to be able to succeed in this plan. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip all the way to verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Because when we speak these things, we're speaking in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy. So he's being consumed by this truth. And then it says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, because that's what he's going to come, down here to do. He's going to gather his elect and destroy, Basra, which that's the capital of Edom, but right now it's here in America where the Edomites reside in. In this place, America, in the scriptures is Babylon the Great. It's got a great destruction coming to it. It says he shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Because all these things, like these miracles that he has on the left-hand side, they're signs and lying wonders. He could probably make a person who's blind see again, but he's doing it through, the left-hand side. He's, putting robot pieces in their eyeball so they can get those receptors working. But Yahweh Shai actually cured people of their blindness. He did a lot of miracles. But this devil, he's not able to do those miracles. It makes me think of the priests from Egypt. When Moses and Aaron, they had the staff, it turned into a serpent, and then the priests of Egypt, they had made a stick turn into a serpent as well. But the Moses' staff prevailed against them. Showing you that the Heavenly Father, no one can trump him. He's the one who allows you to do these miracles. All right, so I want to read this in Revelation 13, and I want to start at verse 13. It says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Because the Heavenly Father, pretty much the only thing that he gave to Esau is the blessing of the sword, the ability to kill. That's the only thing that he's good at. And I could speak about, why Esau is not going to be needed in the kingdom of heaven. Because when we get those heart of flesh, the spiritual powers, we're not going to be able to die because we're not going to be able to sin. And the sin is the sting of death. So once he's done away with, he has no reason to exist. But pretty much that was the only reason he exists for now, is to pretty much judge us if we go off against our heavenly Father, our power. We steer away from the law, statutes, and commandments. Because he was the smith that bloweth I forgot how the precept goes, but he's the smith. He made the thermonuclear missiles. And the only person who could take away that blessing from him is Yahweh Shai himself. Because all these things were given by inspiration of the Heavenly Father, and he inspired Esau to do these things down here for a little season. But that little season's, about to come up because, once we're gathered and Yahweh Shai returns, we got those spiritual bodies. There's not going to be a need for this devil, to rain hell on earth. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read verse 14. It says, "And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live." Because all these people are pretty much, going to this devil, in ancient, well, not ancient, modern day Babylon, modern day Rome, modern day Egypt. It's all these wicked places together. But Esau, he tried to do this back in the ancient time when Yahushua was here with the Roman Empire. And that's what it says, that he should make an image to the beast which had this wound by a sword and did live. Because that's what the bruise represents. Because this the Roman Empire, it was bruised on its face, but it stood back up. We're seeing its last seconds pretty much. We're seeing the finale of this beast, to be done away with. And verse 15 says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And I'm not going to go into anything specific, because I don't want, these videos to get, taken down, but the ones who are in the know the breakdowns of what I'm reading here, because that's what he's trying to do.